me tell you something about methamphetamine, bro, okay? It is a damaging and debilitating drug. You can't convince me that the creators of this shit were not on it and don't recreationally use it. For the motherfucker in the conference room to say, hey, I got it. Guys, fucking deadbolt guns to Harry Potter. Nobody's done it. But Steve, it might be a reason for that. You shut the fuck up, Phil! Expelliarmus!
What's up, everybody?
What's
Welcome
going
back
on?
to another episode of Cinecism. I'm Eric.
It's your boy Dante, man, and today we're going to be doing a review on Guns Akimbo.
And for those of you unfamiliar, this movie
will be unfamiliar.
it wasn't like a blockbuster movie or anything, but it stars Daniel Radcliffe in the main role. It's basically about exactly what it sounds like. It's a dude running around with two guns bolted to his hand.
Is that what it sounds like?
Oh, you don't play Call of Duty.
That's what
Akimbo is dual pistols guns.
Dual pistols, but not nailed to your fucking hand.
Or dual submachine guns.
But not nailed to your
obviously
person.
not.
You was like, well, obviously,
but I'm saying,
he got drilled guns
the
to
dual gun concept, but nailed to their hands? No, of course not. Daniel Radcliffe stars Miles, who's the main character in the movie. And he's a guy that works for a software company. He's pretty much disgruntled with society. And he goes on trolling crusades online.
It's safe to say he's a loser, right?
He doesn't have a very noteworthy life.
Yeah, there you go.
One night he stumbles upon this real live action deathmatch game that's hosted by an organization called Schism, where participants go and they just fight to the death on live streams. He starts trolling the people that run it, just talking about how they like pieces of shit and everything. He forgot to like match his IP during this exchange. Yeah. They end up finding him. They knock him out and strap or bolt these pistols to his hands and force him to participate in their death matches.
Damn. How is that the punishment that you went to? You know what would have really set him straight? If we nailed some fucking 9mm to his hand.
He can't reload or nothing.
He can't do nothing. Each gun has its own set amount of shots, right? Yeah. That's crazy, bro. Yeah. He has an ex-girlfriend. Clearly still got feelings for her. But they were supposed to be meeting up. That's when they kind of busted in his apartment.
He drugged him. He just wakes up with these pistols in his hand. It's kind of got elements of like that movie Crank with Jason Statham.
Oh my God. It's very crankish.
Non-stop action. Because Miles the whole time. He's on the run pretty much the whole time because everywhere he goes, obviously he's going to be like a target because he's got these guns in his hands. Like when he tries to go to law enforcement, first thing they're going to see is two guns in his hand.
Right.
No, he has a hard time just communicating with people in general. And he got a robe on, so he already looked crazy.
He left his house in a robe and some giant Sasquatch slippers.
He tried to put other clothes on, but he like firing off the pistols while he's trying to put pants on and shit, as you would be.
Right.
Because they got his trigger fingers on the trigger the whole time. Early on in the film, we're introduced to another main character named Nix. And I'm hoping that's not her real name. But
that's a hard real name.
Oh, I mean, you can't call people.
I mean, you would have to be nothing but an assassin. But you can't call people Nix. Why not?
I mean, it's not a name.
Oh, right.
Nix is like the current. She's on top of the leaderboard for the whole Schism.
You want to be undefeated in this.
Well, yeah, because if you defeated, you die.
Right.
Her intro scene is just cold as hell, and she got like a crazy intro where she busts into this warehouse. She got like a crazy action scene where she just murdering everybody. Yeah. That was probably the best scene in the movie.
Oh yeah. It was hella stylized. It almost looked kind of like a video game, which is kind of what it's supposed to look like anyway. The aesthetics of it all look more towards what you would see in a video game, like a Call of Duty or something like that. Apparently, cocaine is like her power up because she infiltrated this drug warehouse. Yeah. She went face first into a pile of cocaine, and then she was like charged up afterwards. Well, which you would be. Yeah.
It has that effect.
Right.
But she seems to be like kind of like a one-note character, but she's given a little bit of depth throughout the rest of the movie, which I kind of appreciated because they didn't really have to do that.
No, not for this movie. You get a backstory on Nix. Her father works for the police department. He's the one in primary pursuit of her throughout the movie. When she was young, she was in a car crash. Her dad was in there. Her mom was in there, and I think she had a younger brother in there. Everybody died except for her and her father. They didn't have to give her a background. This ain't a movie that is relying heavily on story. The fact that they even threw that in there, I appreciate it.
She was kind of weird to me.
Oh, she was.
Her whole
everybody
demeanor.
was weird.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But she act like somebody that was tweaking off drugs, and she looked like somebody that was tweaking off drugs. It probably fit what you thought that you was gonna get with somebody that did cocaine and shot people.
So the main villain is I don't even remember his name.
Me
to be
neither.
honest with you, but he looked crazy.
Yeah,
he's just a bald dude. He's pretty much the leader of the whole Schism organization. He's pretty much a psychopathic maniac.
Yeah, there we go. And that's all she wrote.
Yeah,
no backstory, no motives.
He don't really have a lot of depth to him.
Crazy for the sake of crazy, bro.
And then he got these two henchmen who are equally unimportant.
Yeah, and they equally as unhinged. His face was odd. I don't know if it was the makeup, but his eyes seemed deep set in his skull.
Okay, what was his actual name, the actor? Because I feel like I've seen him
no idea. I've never seen this.
Minus the shit on his face, obviously.
If I did recognize him, the makeup or whatever they did to him would deter me from even remembering who he was. Yeah, so you got him. That's pretty much it.
That's it.
On
man.
the
there.
Yeah.
He's trying to kill people.
He there. He evil, and he trying to get Harry Potter murked.
Nix and Miles end up by the end of the movie teaming up to defeat the organization.
I mean, this movie pretty much cut and dry. It's straightforward. The concept that you originally heard is what you got. Yeah. So it's not an in-depth movie. It's not a character movie. It's an action movie through and through. How'd you feel about the action in the movie overall?
The main problem I had with the action was, I guess, how we get introduced to Nix first on. She's just like this super cold, calculated gunman. Or gun woman, whatever you want to call it. Right. But then as she meets Miles, it's like her targeting skills is just trash after that. Yeah. I didn't understand that.
Well, for a movie.
Yeah, I know, but
I don't like when movies do that.
Don't introduce a character to be so OP if you're going to resort to that.
That's what I'm saying.
And it's a regular dude, too. Completely unskilled. He's no marksman by any sort.
No.
Which, that brings me to my next issue. When they ran up in there, he was just like killing people with like one shot. Yeah. Bro, what was this when you was trying to shoot people?
Right.
Aside from that, it was like whatever. It's just mindless action, which, I mean, I can appreciate every once in a while.
Yeah.
I didn't go into this movie looking for any kind of depth.
What I will say is that if you're going to lean on action, maybe the choreography could be a bit better. If that is your primary focus, then you probably need to polish that a little bit better.
After seeing the John Wick trilogy, that's my standard for like action movies
at
this point. Yeah. The choreography and that shit is tight, man.
Oh, yeah.
So all in all, the movie was alright. It ain't nothing I can see myself rewatching in the foreseeable future. No. It was okay. There's some inconsistency that I appreciate with some of the characters. The villain had very thin motives to me, other than the fact that he was crazy. Thin. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give Guns Akimbo 6. I guess.
For me, I really like Nix. She was dope, but I also have a soft spot for that actress. Daniel Radcliffe was cool. The action sequences were just a little dull to me. Got a little boring after a while. The movie didn't have anything else to really lean on, so after a while it just kind of became a little uninteresting, which is something to say about a movie with dude got guns bolted to his hands. Like, you should never be bored. I would give Guns Akimbo probably a 5.
You know, man, I was just about to say I think I'm gonna give it a 5 as well. I don't want to see this again.
No.
All right, everybody, that was our review of Guns Akimbo.
Yes, sir.
Which was recommended by Josh, your cousin.
Yeah.
So I hope y'all enjoyed that, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you like what you saw, you can recommend we review any movies or trailers or shows that come to mind.
Yes, sir. We appreciate y'all, man. Peace.
Peace. Y'all, welcome back to another episode of Cinecism.
What's up? Eric. It's your boy Dante, man. Let me do that again because I cut you the fuck off.
Oh, it's on me? I don't even know. This bitch close, ain't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I like, the fuck we in here, you know?
Today we doing another react.
Nigga, what? A wop better, Lou, man, a wop bamboo, tutti frutti, over with it. Woo!